What's up, you all? I'm Kyle Michael, also known as Dux de Lux. You know, one of my favorite things has always been stories. I love to tell them and I love to hear them. Stories of ancient myth, folk tales and folklore from different cultures from all around the world. Stories that tell us about the human condition and the human spirit. I love those. Always have. And with that in mind, I've learned that stories can be incredibly therapeutic. Stories that we tell ourselves, and stories that we tell each other. And so, every now and again I'd like to throw a storytelling video. I do my minute of motivations, I do my talks on things like philosophy, life, relationships, spirituality. I have fun. And every now and again I'd like to tell some stories. And so, the first story, or the story that has come to my mind, there's a wise man that people go to ask him questions and sometimes just to tell him their problems. And at this particular time, there's something going on, so a lot of the people are coming to him complaining about what's going on. And eventually, the wise man asks the people to step back, and he tells them a joke. And they roar with laughter. And then, the wise man tells the same joke in the exact same way again. And this time, a few people chuckle and laugh, but it's a little more quiet. And then a third time, he tells the same joke again, the exact same way. And this time no one laughs. They kind of just look at each other. Huh? And then the wise man says, I tell the joke over and over. And you don't laugh. You tell me the same stories over and over. Yet they make you cry every time. Now, you could look at this story in a number of ways. What it seems to me that story is trying to get down to is that you don't want to get caught up in the cycle of complaining about the same thing and having that same thing that you're complaining about affect you emotionally in the same way every time. You see, the stories that we tell and the things that we complain about, they have the power that we give to it. And I know it may seem, when certain things that are said, you can think it's easier said than done, right? Not to allow those things to have power over you, easier said than done. But that's just another way to look at it. Why not give it a try? What if you were to think about the thing within your mind right now that maybe you have found yourself complaining about on numerous occasions? And think about, imagine yourself being outside of yourself. Imagine yourself in the position of the wise men or the wise woman. And imagine right now imagine you in the position of the wise one, speaking with someone that reminds you of you, who continually comes to them with the same issue, the same sort of problem. And that problem still has that same hold over them. I wonder what advice, as the wise one, you would give to that person. Perhaps you would ask them to rethink of that problem. Perhaps you would ask them, maybe now it's time that we came up with a solution. What would you say? What advice would you give? This isn't to say that there won't be things in life that aren't worth complaining about. Life happens. And it's okay to have complaints about things. But are those complaints going to stop us? Are those complaints going to hold us back from living, from shining our light, from being happy? What if we could be at a place where we have our complaints and you get it out and then you let it stay out there? You know, the joke was funny the first time, maybe a little the second, but by the third it has lost its humor. And the same could go for your complaints, those complaints that you have the ability to move past from, to change. Know that you have the power to change in some way. You always have the power to change your state of mind. Try it. It may take some practice, but just give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? All right? I'm going to end that there. Kind of just, I was off the cusp. Didn't know where I was going to go with that. But hopefully, it came out nicely. If you have any questions about hypnotherapy and coaching, and possibly you have something going on that you'd like to talk about and work through, especially with the current state, I'm sure, you know. There's a lot going on out there. But if you have any questions, you can email me right now at kylemichael@magicminds.com. Also, I do Minute of Motivations, and that's on at my Instagram, the first 100 episodes, and that's at Magic Minds. Yeah. And then make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay? Got some cool things in the works. And you all take care of yourselves out there. And, Keep your heart open to one another. Okay? Keep going and keep growing. And make sure you live life and love life. Alright? Alright. Peace.